Hello, we are having all of the weather in Victoria today. It is hot, it is humid, there are storms rolling through. I'm hopefully out of the wind because shed. So I don't know how long this video will be. I might have to go inside because it's raining, or I might just stay out in the rain because it has been such a disgusting weather. I am happy to complain about the weather. That is a bonus video that I should do. It'd be 40 minutes to an hour long. Anyway, to get to the point, this has come off the loom. This came off the loom this morning. I haven't twisted the fringes because it came off the loom this morning, so it also hasn't been wet finished. And I'm actually not twisting these fringes now I've said that. I'm going to plait these because I've done little groups of 3 for just such a purpose. So I'll show you the length. When it's wet finished, I'm hoping to get, wow, showing you the length really well there. I'm hoping to get some texture from those skipped dents, but we'll see what happens. And I think part of the problem with this one, why it was on the loom for so long, is I wasn't really enjoying it that much. Some yarns, when you put them on the loom, feel just good to weave with. It feels like it's enjoyable, it's a nice experience, everything's working. This doesn't feel awful on the loom. It's not nearly as bad as hemp, which I'm not doing again, but it just didn't feel great. And that's not to say that you shouldn't weave with this, because maybe for you it will feel amazing on the loom. I think it's all just personal preference. And I know for a fact that when it's wet finished it will be soft and drapey and gorgeous, and the colours are stunning. So this yarn, which I think I forgot to mention, is Bendigo Woolen Mills multicoloured sock yarn in the colour Summer Sky, although the Summer Sky at the moment is grey. So the colours are fantastic. It's all yellows and pastels and purples and peaches and other things that begin with P. And I know that it will be soft and drapey and beautiful. I just didn't love weaving with it. Now I haven't warped up the little loom again because it's been warm and I've been grumpy. But my next project is ready to go. That's a stick I've picked up. My next project is ready to go. Well, it's not ready to go because I haven't warped it up, but I've got the yarn and I'm doing brown and orange, and I'm going to call it the 70s kitchen scarf. I can see it. There's going to be a pattern. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a 70s kitchen. And hopefully that will be, I was going to say hopefully that will be done and off the loom for next week, but it's not even on the loom yet, and it's going to be warm and I've got to do work. So I don't know. I can't promise anything. I never do. So maybe next week I can show you it on the loom or possibly off the loom. I'm looking for a pocket in a very professional way that looks like I'm not looking for a pocket. Found it. Sometimes I forget that I've put pockets in dresses that I've made. So that's quite a tight fit. It does fit in your pocket. I'll put that in the ad when I list it for sale. Now, memory bears. Complete. Memory bears are done. So they're a little bit wonky and a little bit wobbly, but aren't we all? So I'm just going to shake the tripod, as is tradition. Oh, there we go. And here's memory bear number 1. And memory bear number 2 is upside down. So just give me a second because we need to extract. Come on, Atch, come. So for those who missed the initial discussion of the memory bears, these are made out of 2 pairs of trousers that were my mother's, that she wore pretty much on rotation. And they're not colours that I would have chosen for a teddy bear, but I think they've worked. I think we've got dramatic bears. Now, I did change the way that I did the arms. So after making Rough Draft Bear, who I didn't bring out because he's resting, he had a bit of a rough start, Rough Draft Bear. Excuse me. Thank you. I changed the arms from the original pattern, which has them set in the neck hole, which I didn't love. So I changed them to the side seam like these ones, but I changed them to a technique where you take the arm and you fold it so that you have this seam at the top here actually sits there, because you fold the 2 seams together, insert it into the side seam, and then the arm sits forward naturally. These arms are very floppy because when I did that technique, I turned everything the right way around and sat them on my desk for a while and gave them a good, long, hard looking at, like that, and decided that I didn't love it. I didn't love the way that the seam sat, and I didn't like the way the seam was sitting in front and sort of up close, and I didn't like the way the fabric looked, so I just went, right, well, we'll just put them in the side seams but not fold them. So they are floppy, also because they're quite lightly stuffed at the top, just so that they sit forward when the bear is sitting. Are you okay? I'm just kind of half dropping you. I'll tuck you under my wing. So when the bear is sitting, the arms sit forward nicely because they're not heavily stuffed at the top. So if they were more stuffed, the arms would sit out like that. Anyway, they're done. The eyes are hand painted. Let me get that in shot. I can't see what I'm doing because there's a bear in the way. There we go. So the eyes are hand painted because, as I said last week, I wasn't happy with the quality of the green eyes that I got in my multicoloured eye packs. So this was 2 coats of acrylic paint, and then I sealed the back with a clear sealant, which I probably didn't need to do, but I thought if the eyes are rubbing on the fabric, the paint might flake off, and I didn't want that. So I just made sure that it wouldn't by popping a little bit of sealant in. Nose is a hand stitch, which is why they're wonky. Let me show you the other one, because I like to think I can hand stitch a nose, and I took my time and I was very careful, but they are quite different personalities for these bears. So what I essentially did was cut out 2 complete bears in both fabrics. So with the exception of the center panel of the face, it's very difficult with 2 bears. You go under my wing again. So as you can see on this one, there's 3 panels for the face. There's the 2 sides and then the middle. So that's the only sort of bit that wasn't half and half. So other than that, I tried to keep it a bit cohesive by matching the fabric down the back and then around to the belly, so that's all sort of matching. And then I just swapped the fabrics for the limbs. So we've got black there, but then blue limbs, and then blue there and black limbs. And then of course, the different fabrics for the feet. Paws? Feet. So I'm really pleased with them. They're not perfect, but you know what is. And I am delighted that they've come out as cute as they have. They are a good size, they are snuggly. I will put a link to the pattern in the description. My brain just reset then. I really must try and get that to happen at the end of a sentence rather in the middle. I will put a link to the pattern in the description, but do be aware that I have adjusted where the arms sit and how they're attached. So otherwise, now that I've finished the bears, I can get back to sewing bags. Oh, thunder. I don't know if that picked up, but there's some good thunder around. So I can get back to the bags. A friend of mine dropped off a mass of upholstery fabric. She said, I've got a little bit of fabric if you want it. And I said, obviously, yes. And she turned up with 3 garbage bags full of fabrics. I'm very excited. And it is upholstery weight, and it's upholstery samples, and it's going to make some fantastic shopping bags. So the sewing machine is back on bag duty. The little loom is going to be back on scarf duty once I get that warped up, which might be Friday, because I've got quite a long work day tomorrow. Thursdays suck. I never could get the hang of Thursdays. So possibly Friday I'll get that warped up, and I am back, as I said, on the bags. I've got that market coming up. I want to have a good stock to hopefully give away to people. And that is all I have for you this week. So from me and the bears, your ear is very floppy. It's part of your charm. That's how I am. It's part of your charm. Could I fix it? Probably. It's part of his charm. So that is all from me for this week. You take care of yourself. Have a lovely rest of your week. Stay cool if you're in Australia, because it is unpleasant. Shut up about the weather. No, I never will. What did I say? Take care of yourself. I will see you next time, and bye for now.